Hey, what is up? We are live. We are here today with Bestball Saul. You guys know him from the Discord, also from some of these drafts. How we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Glad to be here. Love this show. Love meeting everybody in the Discord. It's been an awesome time. We have Sweet Leaf in here. We have Scott. We have Losimo. We have Pepper Tony. We have Lutz. Several of the other members of this show have all popped in. But we'll get to know you here in just a minute. But first, we're going to hit the intro.
Hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls in descent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains. From late season voids, he's dropping all the flames. Best ball, Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Hey, thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Best ball eternal, in remains infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs screaming, Cayman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire, drafted through the veins.
All right. So, one thing I was going to say is you have been working on an overlay for the NFL and all this other stuff, like also kind of like a tool, like just for your own safe, like own self and use for now, right? Like you're just messing around with it, like
For now,
you have like a coding background and stuff like that, right?
yeah, I've been developing software, different kinds, for about 30 years. Very, very heavily into computer security for a long time, and took a break from that for a while. But yeah, just sort of playing around with the DraftKings interface, and we had a handful of good tools for Underdog, and I haven't really seen a bunch of stuff for DraftKings at a price point that I liked, so I just figured I'd dive right in, and we've had some pretty good results so far. Hopefully, we can maybe do a stream at some point in the next week or two, and
Yeah,
showcase some of the features.
yeah, absolutely. I'd definitely be up for that. Whenever it gets kind of ironed out, we can for sure do that. If nothing else, we could just do an offline pre-recorded thing, for sure. So I see you're rocking the Vrabel.
Nah, man, Tank,
That's
dude, Tank.
Oh, I thought it was Vrabel was 50 as well, right?
Yeah, got it, dude. Those Patriots linebackers, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you said that a little bit ago, but it didn't sink in because I just had Vrabel on the mind. Because like
No, my
he's like
Vrabel jersey is from like 2004. It's like haggard and worn. Like you can barely read it anymore.
yeah, you can't read any of my jerseys. They're like I throw them in the washing machine. Like I like I ruined all of them. It's all good. But
Jerseys were made to be worn.
yeah, they were. Uh, what's up, Zero? How we doing, Jabron, Jamie, Doc, and Nice and Blunt? For those of you who don't know, Nice and Blunt has a channel as well. Go support them as well. So we have an idea and a theme and what we're going to do. We won't talk about it. We will discuss what we did afterwards. It's actually something that I talked about in the first couple weeks of the season, and my original best ball idea for this offseason is kind of what you're coming around to now, uh, based on current ranks and like misprices and stuff like that on some of the other ranks, right?
I want to get my toes wet. I don't want to like dive in. Like this is like the 5 tight end thing we did last
Yeah.
week. Where I like the construction. I like how it looks. Let's see how it hangs on the wall. Right.
Yeah, I was never I think the five tight end thing could be fine if you take one earlier. Like I think at that point you needed to move off of it. But I don't think like it's
It was way more on the fringe side of things that I
yeah,
look at.
you were
Stuff.
just doing an exercise and you wanted to test the exercise. So even though it didn't play out correctly, you still wanted to test out the
It
exercise.
actually ended up pretty decent. I think our running back room in that draft was a little weak, but
Did you end up
it
with
turned out way better than we expected it would.
did you end up with round 200 Mike
No,
Washington
we
or
ended
not?
up we ended up with having to take Kraft and Pitts, which is
You're
that
right.
was sort of like I didn't want to take 2 in the top 120. The plan is sort of you avoid tight end until 120, and then
Yeah,
you
and
you
then
just go
look
ham
for
on Goddard and Stowers and Sadiq, and you just try to grab 5 of the late value guys like Andrews and Joko, whatever.
yeah, and since those guys generally project for more average points than everybody else there, you're hoping to fill your flex there, and you want to get your starting positions. Like structurally, like it makes some sense. Not that I think that it's ever going to be right in best ball, but I do think that I mean it only takes wild things happen in this game. Kyle Pitts scored 44 points.
Well,
Like,
see the way that I look at it is, I think there's a lot of binary logic that feeds into best ball strategy, and there's a lot of always and a lot of never. And I think always
right?
is
Yeah,
never right, and I think never is always wrong, right?
absolutely.
Generally speaking, and I think that the more that we get locked into better predictions, better models, better player pools, players are making better selections pick to pick. You need to explore the things that the economy has determined are bad and figure out how can you do the bad things in profitable ways, because that is exactly how you're going to create leverage in a landscape like this.
Yeah, so we were in Discord just discussing things earlier, and one of the things that I mentioned is that I pretty much a month ago laid out the exact way that the market was going to move this whole offseason, and it's worked the exact way I've expected it to. And over the next week and a half, I'm expecting it to move in a certain way. And I think when we get all these quarterback landing spots, the ones at the bottom are going to move up, and the other ones won't move for a week or two, but we're going to see them start to slide back down as March ends. And I think we're going to have a way, way different looking teams. So, like something I've been doing is trying to take 2 earlier quarterbacks. It doesn't feel the best, and if my idea is wrong, it's not going to look good at the end. But if my idea is right, I think that over the course of the entire time, it's going to look pretty good.
Well, here's an interesting question for you. I mean, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but like just in general, it could be just, you can treat it rhetorically if you want, right? Like, how much better is a guy like Justin Herbert than a guy like Kyler Murray in terms of raw scoring, raw upside, right? If Kyler ends up in a place like Minnesota, right? Because you can get one guy at 140 and the other guy you got to take in the 80s. So it's like that's sort of what informs my look at the double early quarterback is, can we capture value that is irreplaceable? Because if we can't, then we're just sort of overinvesting.
I believe every year we've had a top 10 quarterback drafted outside of the top 20 or something. So like 2 years ago it was Baker. Last year, I think Sam Darnold got there. The year before that, it was it Bo
I mean,
Nix
DJ would have got there if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, Bo Nix was close-ish, but like I think he was like 14, 15 or something his rookie season. I don't remember exactly. Stafford last year.
May
like Darnold was close.
And last year, and he finished in the top 5, didn't
he? He was around 20. But yeah, like a bunch of them. So like, yeah. As Zero says, I like what you're talking about post-draft more than probably pre-draft, but it is viable. Right. Yeah, I do agree. I think that, I mean, we don't know what strategy is going to be the correct one, right? That's why you want to draft multiple portfolios, multiple things in your portfolio, and that's exactly what you were talking about.
Yep, you want exposures to everything. Stack distribution, player combinations, right? Like build structure types, like everything. You're trying to capture shares and exposure to these different strategies the same way that you're trying to capture exposure to information windows, or to capture certain amounts of exposures to players you like or don't like, etc. Right?
Absolutely. Are you ready to draft?
I'm always ready to draft, sir.
All right. Well, we're gonna do.
I get up at 3 a.m. and fire cues. Like
I know every day I wake up, it's like you're in the Discord with messages like, "Is anybody else up? I need a friend to talk to. I need to draft. I need best ball right now."
the other day, Neil Orfeld was like, what time were you waking up in the morning to be complaining that you can't get draft queues to fire at 7 a.m.?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the answer is if you go in my Discord, I think this morning it was 5:37 a.m. Central. And I'm assuming you'd been up for a bit by then. Because I've seen you up at like 2:30 a.m. So, but anyway, we're gonna do a big board and we're gonna jump in
Love it.
15 seconds.
Bestball, Degens, rats. We never leave the line. Fury, endless, picks, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who waits? Immortal.
Lucha's trying to become the first person to ever get banned on this channel. No, no. I mean, there's only one true time zone, and it's definitely Central Time.
I mean, it's UTC technically, but let's not go
yeah,
there.
technically, yeah.
I mean, it's universal time for a reason. Who?
Yeah, whatever Big Ben says, right? That's the answer. Big Ben knows best. All right, so we got an instant queue, and like
Where are we full?
we're at the 10. We have ladies first here at the 9. We have Game Tide at the 8. We have Zero at the 7. We have Losimo at the 3. And we have, I think that is it. I think Shawty 224/7 might be somebody who's listening. I've seen that in a couple of the queues. What's up, Fantasy Football Garage?
We've already won the draft by locking Lutz out of counter drafting us.
Yeah, Lute said he's going to go 8 quarterbacks to lock us out of quarterbacks, and I reminded him that you can only draft 5 on Underdog.
I mean, you got to get in the pod to counter draft us, Lutz.
North South Pole time zone's got to be true. Yeah, it really does. It's like you walk 12 feet. Maybe the real thing is that time doesn't actually exist there. Maybe time doesn't exist at the polls.
Well, the Kentucky Derby is the fastest 2 minutes in sports, and we've got the North Pole, which is the fastest 24 hours in geography.
Yeah, what's up? And by the way, nice and blunt, I'm going to send you an email after this. Talk about something whenever we're done. Yeah. So, what do you like here? Like, do you like going double RB if possible? Do you like pulling up Jefferson, taking Amon?
I think with what we're going to attempt to do, I think we want to go A-Chain here.
You want A-Chain over Genty?
I think I want A-Chain over Genty. Like Kubiak's got me spooked with the whole don't want anyone carrying too much of the load. Like I've got visions of Raheem Mostert getting goal line snarfs.
Yeah, time isn't real. ADP is a construct. Like it's
time
all
and ADP,
true.
Both man-made.
Absolutely, just like the game of football. It's not real. It's all made up.
I think who we want, but I was going to take Love, but we'll take my second guy. That's fine.
Hampton.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's do the deed.
What do you think about?
You've heard it here first. I take Hampton over Barkley every time.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, for sure. Have you heard the Saquon Barkley trade rumors?
I have not.
Yeah, so apparently they're quietly shopping Saquon Barkley right now, which has to feel good for the Tank Bigsby owners. I know that
a third for him. Like, what is Barkley actually worth on the open market?
Well, so last year we heard the same stuff about Dallas Goedert the entire offseason, and I think it's one of those things that like Howie Roseman is just really good at his job, and he's willing to shop everybody. Like at the right price, he will shop whoever. So that's kind of my take on it, is that he's like, hey, if somebody wants to give us what we think he's worth, we'll listen. And he's calling and asking people if they're interested, or people are calling and asking about him. So he's calling other teams. Like, I'm just guessing that Howie Roseman is awesome at his job, right? And that he's trying to make a nickel, like make enough nickels, you have $1, right? Yeah. So 2 mules here. Time flies like the wind. Fruit flies like banana. Like
Oh,
banana.
that just knocked a comment right out of my head.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
I was
You're welcome.
going to say, speaking of trades, is anyone in the league psychotic enough, or rather, I guess I misspoke. Is Miami psychotic enough to give someone a first round pick to take to his contract so that they don't have to eat the dead money? Like, they're not crazy, are they?
I mean, why would they ever do that whenever this season's dead and their goal is to be worse so they can take whatever quarterback they want next year? Like, I think that would – I think that they at least understand that. Like, I give them more credit than I give the Giants right now because they didn't hire Matt Nagy. So hiring Matt Nagy is the single worst move I think you could do. And then Arizona tried to topple it by hiring Hackett. But, like, I don't know which is worse, but, like, I feel pretty bad about the fate of both of those franchises going forward.
I mean, see, there are so many coaches that I don't get it, right? Like, to me, as the armchair quarterback, they just seem sus, right? The Nathaniel Hackett's, the Arthur Smiths, right? Like, these guys that keep getting jobs and keep getting hired in places, and, like, the league, the higher ups, the ball knowers seem to, like, think that they're effective.
Yeah.
And it's to me, they just seem bad.
All right, we are about on the clock. By ADP, Brees Hall's first. He's probably falling more. We have Kyron. We have ETN. We can move down to get like Garrett Wilson. We could even pull up Loveland.
Loveland seems a little too high. I like Brees. I think Brees is fine.
Okay, yeah, I haven't actually taken Brees since he's been falling, and the offensive line did kind of get a little better last year. The quarterback play was never good enough to support anything. And I'm not saying they're gonna be better this year, but like if they get Kyler, it is purely just an upgrade from Fields. Like I know we crap on Kyler all the time just to mess with Lutz, but like I absolutely want.
I am sprinting to the podium to slam Luther Burden.
Really? I mean, I am so far away from this, like, but we'll do it. Like, I get it, but like,
it's too early to take Rome.
It is, but like, Loveland's the clear number one target at his position, without a doubt. I think this is the knee-jerk reaction. Like, I don't even like Luther over Rome still. I think Loveland is the clear pick, but we'll do this.
I've been clicking Loveland in that same spot over Burden since January, so I don't disagree. It's just I have a vision, and sometimes you have to do things that are a little unorthodox that sort of allow your vision to coalesce a little easier.
Right. Yeah. I think Loveland is actually better than McBride. I've been kind of saying the same thing. Like, that is why I am so out on Luther Burden or Rome over him. In my eyes, Loveland not going before one of the two pass catchers, wide receivers, is wrong. I do believe there's a little bit of a gap in positional value. Like, some people argue the positional value doesn't really exist. I think it does, like, for sure. I think that there is a gap there. Now, Luther could have an insane season. Like, I'm not saying that he might not, but yeah.
I think that the chemistry with Caleb is there. I think Caleb is going to improve as a quarterback.
Yeah,
maybe even tremendously, right? And the way that I see it, I think that the replaceability of the onesie is just a little greater than the replaceability of a bona fide 1A, 1B wide receiver.
I mean,
right? And I'm not sure. Like I think we can reasonably replace Loveland's value a lot later than we can reasonably replace Burden's value. Was sort of my thought.
I mean, yeah, the tight ends project better down the line, like that is for sure. But Burden is 100% a projection at this point, like fully. We're like I have a hard time taking him above like Devonta Smith and Zay Flowers is all. Like if I'm going to go wide receiver, I don't care that DJ Moore's gone. Like I've expected DJ Moore to be gone this whole time. I still didn't really like Luther Burden at the 4-5 turn. I still like Rome. Like I still liked Zay Flowers above him. I still like Devonta Smith above him. I still like.
No talking about the guys we're going to pick before we're going to pick them. You're planting seeds.
I mean, what did I say?
You said Rome like 2 seconds before the guy took Rome.
I mean, Rome wasn't going to make it. Like all the Bears.
Sometimes,
the Bears are all getting moved up, especially whenever we did that.
No, I get it.
But like, what do you want to do here? Do we want to go Swift to get the second Bear?
So you can either take Scatabo, and we're basically not taking a running back for the rest of the draft, or we can take Lemon, and I would rather take Lemon, I think.
Let's take Lemon.
Although I don't know, like, see, Lemon has the better skill set, but like I think Tyson is probably the more reliable receiving target. So it's like I fully expect Tyson to sort of to do better, but I don't know. I think Lemon has more raw upside.
He does. I would agree with that. DJ Moore just went too. We could take Evans or we could take Caleb.
I like Evans, I think.
Okay. All right. So through 6, we have Achane, we have Hampton, we have Brees, we have Luther Burden, we have Mekhi Lemon, and we have Mike Evans. So like the other thing is like pulling Luther up. I think it's going to become like, I actually think this may become his new price. I really do. And I am so out on like if you're going to give me Loveland over Burden every draft, like I'll just, if Burden's what you need in week 17 again, it is. It's what it is.
It's aggressive. It's very aggressive.
Evans, like maybe it's a little hopium, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking that KC actually makes a ton of sense. We don't have a real receiver. Like Rashee Rice isn't a real receiver. He's like he's a PPR merchant, right? He just hovers the middle of the field. Like he doesn't do a lot of things down the field, stuff like that. Xavier Worthy isn't great at tracking the ball deep. But like a short to intermediate guy and a red zone target, like would be perfect for them. And we just saved $20 million with Juwan Taylor. I think Mike Evans to Kansas City would make just a ton of sense. Like you give a guy who knows ball the ability to work with Mahomes on top of Kelsey, give us 2 actually like knowledgeable route runners for the red zone. And then you have like Worthy for the deep stuff. And like, I don't know, we cut Rashee Rice and then draft Carnell Tate. Like I really think that this is my hot take right now. I think us trading away McDuffie is a sign that we're on the verge of cutting Rashee Rice like we did Kareem Hunt a couple years ago. I'm wondering.
Would you like to hear my Evans take? Who?
Go ahead. Yeah,
I've got a great one. I mean, Falcons are releasing Darnell Mooney.
Awesome.
They literally they have Drake London and Kyle Pitts and nobody, right?
Yeah.
If they can create the cap space, you're talking about a guy who has played 2 games against the South for like forever.
We're up in 2. Yeah, I mean, I like it.
I know who I want, but
is it this guy? Come on, ladies. I mean, you're wearing a Patriots jersey.
I would like Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce.
Oh, wait. No, Tucker Craft. Didn't see him there.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. I moved him down on my ranks just because I have 20%. It's like, and I want to try to stay like 18% is kind of like where I want to stay on my hot takes that aren't like later round picks. So I'm just trying to like portfolio manage a little bit.
Oh, we missed the Rizzler there.
Got to take him at 4-5 if you want it guaranteed. Who are we talking about? Mike Evans. Yeah, so it would be interesting to see him go to Atlanta. The problem with that is that Evans has criteria for what he wants. He wants to go to a team that can win a Super Bowl, and he wants to be guaranteed a big role and other things. Do we want to go stack this? Do we want to take Dart?
I don't think we can take Mahomes as QB1 if he's gonna miss.
Okay, hold on.
Reasonable amount of time.
We have 5 seconds to say
Dart.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I'm fine with discussion, but like let's pick somebody. And
I didn't realize we were on the clock already.
Yeah. That's my bad. Yeah. No, I get that. Like he could definitely miss some time. And the goal, it kind of looks like we're not going to be able to do the quarterback strategy that I generally like. And I do kind of worry about Mahomes missing time this year. Like I really do.
I think we should.
Yeah, Chargers are a landing spot that like completely screw everything up too with Evans, like everything.
But no, like tell me that Evans to Atlanta, if they have the cap space, doesn't make complete sense. Because he knows all of those secondaries, and they need a receiving target, and he's the exact kind of big body outside guy they need to complement London on the other side.
It absolutely makes sense. But when he said, I want to go to a team that will guarantee me targets, London's their target guy, so is Pitts. And he said that I want to make sure that he wants a chance to win a Super Bowl. There's very few teams further away than Atlanta from winning the Super Bowl. like no offense to Atlanta, like not trying to like upset the Atlanta fans out there, but they should know. Like they just traded away their first round pick to a guy who may be in prison. Like they can't have high expectations right now for this season. Like they just, and if you do, maybe I can help you mentally down the line and prepare for this upcoming season. What's up, Jerry? How we doing? He's a buck for life. He will not. Yeah, that is true. Like, yeah, I could see him opting for sure to not go to a team in that division as well.
God, please no Mike Evans. Please no AJ Brown. Like, I don't want either of those guys in New England.
You don't want Mike Evans?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Niners is probably the most fun spot. I think Kansas City is a dark horse spot, but the Niners is the dream landing spot for Evans. Like he is honestly the absolute perfect guy. Like the Niners probably land either Mike Evans or Romeo Doubs, I think.
All right. Let's go back to the queue here.
Oh, look at that. We have Xavier
Well,
Worthy.
I was going to say that's convenient.
Do we want to pull up Godwin and take Baker, or do we want to take Dowdle here and do the whole free agent thing?
Not a fan of running back here. I'm trying to think.
So we have 15 seconds.
God, you know what? I just want to take Diggs. Let's just take Diggs for value.
He will almost always he will almost fall for sure. But
well, the Diggs or Wandale. Like I like both of them.
I clicked it. We'll see what happened. Okay, we got Diggs. So that was at ADP. It was at exactly his ADP.
Yeah.
Which
I think is fine.
I took him at 125 earlier today.
Wow.
Like he's just fallen like a rock. Like his
Part of
legal
the problem is
issues.
I thought that was 127 because I wasn't reading the rounds and like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
resolution's blurry.
Uh,
If it was 107, I probably wouldn't have.
okay, we have 10 seconds. Who do you want?
Jennings.
Wandale? Or do we want to go Rico to do the
Jennings.
strategy? Jennings? Okay.
This has gone awfully sideways, but that's okay.
Well, it's the Diggs thing. Like the Diggs price was wrong. I think the right pick there was Algier, because with Algier, I think we could stop at 4.
Yeah, Algier would have been a good pickup there.
Yeah, I think Algier was the pick there to go H and Hampton, Brees, and then stop at 4. I don't have very many stop at 4 teams either. And like I still would have been interested in adding another guy.
Well, I was going to say Algier was off the board. We would have had to take Coleman or Dowdle, and I just I don't know. Dowdle scares the crap out of me.
I said Algier, I meant Dowdle.
Sadiq might have been the pick instead of Diggs. I think Sadiq or Casey Concepcion. I didn't realize that he was getting pulled up that much.
He's not usually. So yeah, Diggs went at 140 in the draft you did last night. Like
wow.
People are pretty scared that he gets suspended for the legal stuff. Like very scared.
Yeah, it's a bad it's a bad pick if he's going the 130s or 140s, but like I'm thinking that, he's easily going to punch up to somewhere around, pick 85-ish. Like I think he would still be value in that 85 to 95 range. And when I see him on the other side of 100, and again, I just had a brain fart and thought that was
right.
that was overall pick 127, which
when he was on New England, I still wasn't taking him at like 115. I don't know. It always felt like they weren't really into him with all the talk we heard about them taking like being interested in Alec Pierce so much. Like they were looking at trading for AJ Brown, all that stuff. It always felt like he was getting cut. Now we'll see what happens in the free agency market, right? Like in 3 days, he could be like, I don't know, like he could go to the Niners, right? Like,
well, I was going to say, I think he can kind of pick his spot, and he's probably going to land somewhere good for him.
Yeah. Diggs' next team going to be the Moon Machine on the longest yard. Yeah, I almost like just auto corrected and took Dowdle, but I let the guest pick the team. So I'm fully out on Shakir now. I need to remove him from my ranks based on multiple things. So we don't have we have one tight end here, but we only have one quarter.
Our pick just got smoked.
Yeah, we only have one quarterback.
Bryce Young is probably the pick.
So the people on the other side of it, like he has 0 quarterbacks. So we definitely need to take one, either Bryce or Cam. Cam is easier to backstack, and Cam is like with. Oh, we didn't get Alec Pierce, did we? We did not.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Cam is probably the easier one to backstack.
Yeah, let's say Cam here.
I just thought Bryce had more upside in general, but like
he does.
I think Bryce is a better quarterback, and I love Leggett as like a 20th round stab.
Really, I'm expecting them to not be that into. Yeah, so the 0 quarterback guy just got railed.
I mean, he didn't end up too bad. He's going to end up with Cousins at some point and probably try to take Tank Dell. And
right. Well, he's going to try to push Daniel Jones. What are you going to try to do?
Who do we got?
We have Kittle, Debo, Dobbins, JCM.
Dobbins go up a little higher. Yeah, I think it is.
Dobbins, Tyron Tracy, Woody Marks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I think we go 5 running backs here. Like, I'm pretty solid with the ones we have.
Yeah.
How was Game Tie team? He started 6 wide receivers like a legend. Let's look. Lamb, well, he went 7, which is weird if you start 6. Lamb, London, McConkey, JMO, Brian Thomas, Marv, then the double quarterback. Then we gave him Dowdle. Like, if we should have had Dowdle.
Like I don't like Dowdle. It's irrational. I didn't like Chubba Hubbard going into last season, which was a correct fade, and I don't know.
Yeah. Jared Goff, Rico Dowdle, Jordan Mason, Emmett Johnson.
Like all of those old Dallas backups, the Rico Dowdle and who was the other one? The Tony Pollard, who never really fleshed out well in Tennessee.
Pollard had a way better season than you think.
I'm sure he did.
I think he had 1,300 yards.
I think that might just be a function of ignoring Tennessee for the bulk of the season.
Well, they got really hot at the end of the season. I was wrong. He had 1,300 total.
Basically. He's still 1,004.5. I mean, that's
almost 11 fantasy points.
And
he did have big spikes at the end because he had a 28 in round 14, 18, 10, 11. So what's up, Donkey? How we doing?
Donkey from Shrek. What's up, buddy?
It is. Yeah. We've been chatting the last few days via Drafters and then a little bit on X. But yeah, Omar Cooper goes here in the 13th. Like, Omar Cooper is going to be going where Denzel Boston and Concepcion does here really soon. And there's a lot of people who, it's not just Daniel Jeremiah that has Cooper really high. There's several people that have him there. Like, I don't know if I can quite put him over Jordan Tyson, but maybe Jeremiah has medical information that we don't get as well, because he actually talks to teams, so not having like him moving Jordan Tyson down like scares me a little bit. Zero says Pollard has been amazing, but the Titans, they also are never in the red zone ever. I would love for Brenton Strange or Dallas Goedert here. I think one of those two picks would be fantastic. We could go Kayshon Boutte, who's kind of a value right now.
Where are we at? How many picks out are we? One away?
Yeah, we're one away. And we're at 160 or 154.
Slamming Brenton Strange if he's still on the board.
Yeah, he just went. So Hunter Henry, Goddard, Kayshon Boutte.
I think
Jonathan Brooks is our last guy. Pat Bryant.
I'm going to go with Goddard. I think.
Goddard. Okay. Well, we
can't figure
had
out if he's better than Henry. I really can't.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting this, but on the top 100 list, which I don't respect at all because I have Malik Willis at 1. All right. So what do we want here? Do we want to finish out our do we want to just gamble that they don't take
I think I just want Boutte.
Sounds good. All right, so the team right now, we have a 2-4-6-2. Yeah, 2-4-6-2. Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Devon Achane, Omarion Hampton, Breece Hall, J.K. Dobbins. Wide receivers, Luther, Mekhi Lemon, Mike Evans, Steph Diggs, Juwan Jennings, Kayshon Boutte, Tucker Kraft, Dallas Goedert. And we got a massive discount on Goddard. So, like, on their top 100 list, they have got Dallas Goedert rated at like 84 or something for tight ends, which is crazy. Let me move that up just a hair. Birthday dinner, got to head out. Yeah, you don't want to mess that up. Don't want to mess that up. Yep, peace. Yeah,
happy life.
Jabron says, I'm buying so much Jordan Tyson on DraftKings. Yeah, I got him at like 84, 85. I got Ricky Pearsall at, what was it, 87 yesterday? I got him all the way back in the, which round was it? Yeah, I think I got him. I'm pretty sure it was at 90 something.
I think Jonathan Brooks could be a steal.
Jonathan Brooks could be one of the best picks on the board. He could also not play it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Thomas in the 14th is nice. Says Pat Bryant.
I think risk baked into upside at this point, though. Like,
Yeah. So to go on with our original strategy, I think we need a fifth running back. I'm personally okay if we have to stop at 2 tight ends to go to 10 receiver, but
I think I'm willing to push running back because there are a bunch of guys that I like late.
yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Like, I think just adding another body, like even if it's like Halani or like Taj Brooks or some ugly name, Jarquez Hunter, like whatever you want to do. Like, and I'm not advising for any of those names, but just saying, like, if you wanted to do any of those, like this room could be fine with just a name like that on top of it, right?
I was gonna say we have to be getting really close to taking DK if we want him, right?
I'm pretty sure he's gone. We would have had to pull him up last round. So we could take Io Manor is be it. Like he's the last stacking partner.
No, I'm not going to take him with this pick, but let's take Theo Johnson.
Sounds good. No Gunnar Helm.
Oh well, I mean, we've got a stack for Dart.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually my favorite stack for Dart as well. So
it's a nice little pocket. Would have liked Trey Harris. I think Trey Harris is a really good value there.
Seeing where the rookie wide receivers are going this year, what the hell are we doing drafting Marv at 1-2 turns a few years ago? Well, Marv projected to be a much better prospect is the thing. Like all of the guys this year have questions. I don't know. So I think we just slam Alec here, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
we have to secure
we're not taking Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think I like Tucker Harris Horton enough to not go for the stack.
All right, sounds good. If his last name wasn't Harrison, he wouldn't have been. Maybe not. We will never know. Like
I think. Go ahead. Who? I'm sorry.
I think that him and Neighbors should have went at the same spot. Like the fact that they were 8 to 10 picks difference was wild. Like I was a MHA truther coming out and I had like 1 to 2% Harrison, but like 13% Neighbors who went 8 to 10 picks later. So like it was a cost thing. Like it didn't make sense to me. So go ahead.
See, my take on Marv is, people are not going to like to hear it. It's the Kyle Pitts principle, right? They spent a ton of draft capital on him. They got burned. They spent a bunch of draft capital on him. The second year, they got burned again. And it's not that Marvin Harrison's a bad player. It's that I'm salty because I got burned, and now I'm going to negatively relate to the guy who burned me. Right, like I don't think anyone is going to disagree that the raw talent is there, and yes, he does have separation issues, but he's got the physical skills and IQ to compensate for that. I think he just needs time.
Yeah. So onto this, like, yes, that's where he started, but like whenever I talk about previous year's ADPs, I basically look at like lock, where it was at lock. And around lock, like the last month, Neighbors was basically the 2-3 turn.
Yeah, he was somewhere like 25 to 29 or something. Yeah.
So name a wide receiver you want here if you want to pull one up, or do we want to lock in?
I think Branch is perfectly fine.
Oh, you're going to make me take a Branch share. We'll do it. This is like my second share of Zachariah Branch.
I'm not sure if I have any.
I don't like the profile at all. I think it's a really bad profile for this year. Now, could it work out in the future? Yes. I don't think his ability – he's going to have to supplant somebody who is a professional who's been learning that route, who can only do slot as well. Because I don't think he'll have any ability to become an outside receiver.
I think we should have taken Brazel because I liked Brazel way more than Branch. I just for some reason I thought he was coming back.
I mean,
What are you gonna do?
no, it is. I really like
I
adding
like
Claiborne.
Sforno here, but I also like
I mean,
Claiborne. Oh wait, we need the fifth running back. Do we like Claiborne more than Najee? Because I like both of those guys. I think I pick your
well,
poison. Like
I
if you
think
want
with
to,
I think with this specific team, we should have guaranteed touches here. I think we go for the home run.
yeah, I like that a lot actually.
So like it, if Dobbins was if we would have waited around and taken Jonathan Brooks instead of Dobbins, I would have preferred Najee there. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I
Kind
think
of.
with the four guys that we have, and the reasonable chance that Dobbins just ends up back in Denver as the running back
Rookies,
one.
Najee. Um, I no, no that I I've been on Claiborne for a while. Like I just like his profile. Like I wanted to see him be able to catch the ball and show a little wiggle. Because I seen it sort of on film, but it looked he was actually reaching out and like using his hands to catch the ball at the combine, which was a very bullish thing. He did it some, but he had some drops, but like some of those drops were just bad throws too. And at the combine, it looked like he legitimately has hands. Now it could have just been a small sample thing, but either both ways too. Um, now that Mike is in the last round pick, I tried to finish running back earlier. Yeah, I get that. I actually think that there's a couple pretty late picks that are good picks. Like Claiborne, uh, I think is awesome. I think Neal's a good pick.
Yep,
I've
yep.
been saying
Claiborne will be.
Halani before the hip crowd got to Halani. I was saying he was fine because Walker was probably going to leave, and even if Walker stayed, like they probably wasn't going to bring anybody in. He was just going to be the two. Um, that was always my thought. So, and we know that they're going to use multiple backs because that's what McDonald wants to do. Yeah, Chris Brooks is actually kind of a sleeper, but uh, what if it's or what if it's Damian Martinez, who is the other Packers running back?
What the hell is what's going on in Tampa Bay? They let Tucker go and White's leaving in free agency.
Yeah, I no idea. What do you want to do here? Do you want to just take a rookie or two? Or do we
I mean,
want to add?
we can take Cousins if you want to hedge. We can take Antonio Williams. I'm perfectly happy with. I think Malachi Fields also totally fine.
Let's look. They both have three quarterbacks. Let's take.
I don't think we need a third quarterback. Honestly, like I'm willing to play fast and loose.
Sounds good. So
like I just have a lot of confidence in Dart. Like I don't know why, but
I mean, I have confidence in Dart. He just needs to be healthy. So do you want to do the Slayton thing? Or do you want to take one of these rookies like Skylar Bell, Bryce?
Like I said, I think if you want to pick one of the rookies, I like Malachi Fields. I don't know a lot about the rest. If you have a preference, I mean, if you think Jalen Royals could break out in Kansas City because of Rashee Rice nonsense, like I think that's a good pick.
Let's go ahead and take Fields. We have Burden Evans. Like we have some guys. Like if Diggs gets a job, like we're pretty good there. So we got a 2-5-10-3 here. We have Jackson Dart, Cam Ward. Pretty thin, but I think embracing the thin quarterback room in this market kind of makes sense because of how much capital you generally have to spend on it.
Plus we had to reach a round and a half to get Ward, and I think when you have to reach to get a quarterback like that, you can't really afford to spend a pick getting a third one because you're sort of already over your skis.
I would agree with that if you're not at the $1 range. Like we're at the $1 pick range, so I think points are points. So, like I do think that makes like if you were to go reach up for Cam Ward and then wrap around the corner and take CJ Stroud, also 15 picks ahead. I think that's just really bad, right? But I think that adding one in the last round would be fine. Running backs: Devon Achane, Hampton, Brees Hall, J.K. Dobbins, Damon Claiborne. I think that's a fun room. Very volatile because could be one of the worst offenses in the league. The Jets.
and we could have 3 of the top 6 scoring running backs in the league.
Yeah. It is very volatile, very high upside. Wide receivers.
We're wide range of outcomes there.
Luther Burden, Mekhi Lemon, Mike Evans, Diggs, Jennings, Butte, Io Manor, Branch. We're not taking Branch again. I'm not going to allow it. I don't want that much Branch on my profile. This is too much. Antonio Williams, Malachi Fields, Tucker Kraft, Goddard, and Theo Johnson. Like,
if I had a mulligan on that, I would have taken Brazil. So that's.
I actually don't mind having a share or two of Branch. He is after ADP. I just like taking this shot. Like, he's drafted 100% of these drafts. Give me more of these guys who aren't drafted 100% of the time that I think have an equal, if not better, chance to succeed from the guy drafted 100%. Even if Branch is the guy that works out. Like, I think that the smart gambler is always the one taking the shots there versus this 100% guy who's still a shot.
Well, our quarterback room went completely sideways, but I'd say that we executed on the secret agenda. I mean,
yeah. The idea was to take a bunch of the rookie wide receivers because they're basically just mispriced. Like the back end of the draft at wide receiver is and has always been this entire offseason been mispriced. Like, it was even more mispriced at the start whenever you could get the guys like Omar Cooper and Jeremy Bernard. And where did Bernard go here? Because I've been seeing him slide up, rightfully so. Where did he go? Am I meant?
Who are we looking for?
177. Okay. Ladies first, pulled him up to 170. I don't even hate it because I think Jeremy Bernard's basically a lock for like top 50 picks.
What was that, round 15?
Round 16. That's where your dollar.
16. Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
He's getting
it was 15. Yeah, you're in your dollar picks there, so perfectly fine.
But I mean, for receivers with first round draft capital, I mean, that's a classic 0 RB, like the wide receiver version target, right? Like, it's a guy that's going to be drafted in the first 25 or 30 picks. You know, and give me those guys in the 150s, 160s all day long.
I'm coping some, but man, like, you put Damian Martinez in the Packers offense, like, and Jacobs gets hurt again, like, he would absolutely destroy. Like, that's my take. But I was also very high on him last year. Let's go through and review some of these teams. And are you good for a second draft?
I am 100% good. I'm going to go grab a beverage, I think.
All right, I'll go ahead and review these. The Hebrew Jammer, what a name at the 11 hole. We got ladies first in the 9 hole. Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson. It does look more likely that he's going to play. Running backs, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Jadarian Price, Mike Washington, chasing up. That is better than what ETR has him ranked. I don't want to take him before like 140, but I'm not saying it's a bad pick either. Dylan Sampson, Ray Day. Wide receivers, you have Joe Burrow stacked up with Higgins. You have Parker stacked up, Devonta Smith, Xavier Worthy, Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Jeremy Bernard, and Deion Burks. Deion Burks is probably he's pretty much a locked-in top 100 pick. He's a guy that I don't like as a prospect, but I do think is worth mixing in. Tight end, Brenton Strange, Travis Kelce, and Colby Parkinson. Very good structure, very good team. You got a couple picks that I just don't like. I'm not in on that, but I don't think it's wrong either. So, but very, very strong team there from the 9 hole. We'll start at the top here with Losimo, another 3-5-10-2. Lamar, Matthew Stafford, Geno Smith, Bucky Irving, David Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Chuba, and Trey Benson. That's a pretty big fall on Trey Benson. He's been falling like a rock, which is crazy since James Conner's getting released. Like, I don't have any Benson, I don't think. And I'm probably the one that's wrong. Wide receiver, Jamar Chase, Adams, Denzel, Boston, Jalen Coker, Debo Samuel, Calvin Ridley, Elijah Surratt, Isaac Tesla, Kyle Williams, Cooper Kupp. Tight ends, Brock Bowers, Hunter Henry. Very strong. Like, are you like, it's weird you have Geno plus Bowers there. Not sure if Sidekick is expecting them to like the rumor that the GM doesn't want to start a rookie quarterback makes some sense to play a few weeks there if they keep him. And we got another 0 on a 2-5-10-3 as well. Bo Nix, Jordan Love, running backs, McCaffrey, Barkley, Josh Jacobs, RJ Harvey, Aaron Jones. Very solid. I'm in on RJ Harvey in this round. We just didn't do it for our team. Wide receiver, Flowers, Watson, Pearsall, Golden, Jaden Higgins, Jerry Jeudy, Pat Bryant, Marvin Mims. You got the double. That feels good. Jalen Noel, Darnell Mooney, Kittle at 138. I like that. And then Njoku and Hawkinson to get Kittle there. This is a really fun team. I like it. I like it quite a bit, actually. And then game tight from the 8-2-7-8-3. Herbert, Goff, Rico Dowdle, Jordan Mason, Emmett Johnson, Kamara, Bigsby, Devin Neal, Emmanuel Wilson. Wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, Drake London, Ladd McConkey, J-Mo, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Quentin Johnson, Trey Harris. That's a lot of wide receiver firepower. I personally would have removed one of BTJ, like one of Quentin Johnson or Harrison, went with 7, or just not added Trey Harris. But like I don't think that not adding Trey Harris is like that makes a double stack. That's probably why you did it. He was after ADP, it's a double stack. You're probably planning on stopping at those 7, and then the double stack fell for you. So you took your extra pick and did that. Mark Andrews, Gunnar Helm, and Chig. It's another solid team. For 0 RB, the RB room honestly doesn't feel that bad. I would have probably thrown an extra dart instead of Trey Harris, even though you were stacking there. So I prefer to play. Okay, so in the Lloyd role, yeah, Martinez would. What's up, W for Omega? Copy paste. Who I remember you said Claymore has 5% chance of hitting, but if he does, he'll hit it in a big way pre-combine. Thoughts post-combine? I think that his chances of hitting are more like 15%, and it's still the same exact thing. Like he has a solid chance to be a 0, but I think that he showed that he's gonna be able to carve out a role in the receiving game. He's definitely going to get way more capital than the players like Rashard Smith, who were in that same role last year coming out of the combine. He also has a more willingness to try to block, even though he might not have the ability to. So I'm kind of way more in on Claiborne post-combine. I was kind of in on him before, but I think if you want a home run swing, he's a very clean bet at the end. Thanks, Sue. I know RJ is a bad price, but both 3 to 4 rounds too cheap. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to mix some of those in, like get some of this RJ Harvey in this range. Because if they end up signing Sean Tucker, I think Harvey slides back up into the like over the 5-6 turn, right? And he doesn't go near the 6-7 turn again, So, but if they sign a good guy, like he's gonna keep falling. Man went dark mode. Absolutely. He really did.
Dark mode is the only mode.
Yeah. I've always liked Chig as a player. Do you see him doing something this year? Absolutely. Chig, if Chig, like whoever lands in Washington is going to have an awesome, awesome year. Weaker than Paul. Powerful beard combo. Thank you for the compliment. Najee would eat like Najee, Sean Tucker. like Brian Robinson would dominate, like B-Rob would dominate on the Broncos. People don't want to hear it, but B-Rob would dominate on the Broncos.
Yeah, just give Sean weapons, right? Like just give Peyton weapons and let dude cook. I mean, for real.
Absolutely. If you're just popping in, if you can smash the like, that would be awesome. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, hit the sub. I go live every Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. Central. And I also go live Sunday nights at 6:30 p.m. Central, and some scattered things throughout the week other than that. But we're going to do another big board, and we're going to join in 15 seconds.
We never leave the grind. Fury, endless, mix, relentless, fantasy, reigns, who waits, immortal.
All right, this filled reasonably quick.
Sweet. Hey, who check the DMs real quick?
Yeah, I'll look in a minute. We got the 112. We got Anthony at the 109. We got Danimals at the 108. We have Losimo at the 7. We have Game Tide at the 6. We have Zero at the 4. We have Mufasa at the 2.
Man, I was really looking to get forward to getting trolled by Lutz too.
Just so you know, we have a private chat you could use in StreamYard. If you go to comments, you can go to private chat, or on the right side, you can click private chat. There's a chat.
I actually needed it on Discord because that's the lap. Right now, I'm connected via my laptop, but I want to load the draft on my desktop.
Oh, okay.
I can actually look at the board locally here.
The draft?
Yeah. So just copy and paste the URL into Discord.
For the actual, like mine?
Yeah, the top draft URL. Anyone who has it can like observe the draft.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I did not know that.
I thought you could. Maybe it won't let you in.
Because it should be.
I guess it won't let you in. I thought that worked like that. I guess not.
No, it's linked to your account. You have to be logged in, and then your account. It's all linked to your account.
See, I thought anything at the draft API, it would just show you the board, but I guess it's only if you are in that particular draft. It's just so small on my screen; it's hard to read stuff.
Yeah, because you got a small laptop.
Yeah, it's only 13, I think.
Yeah. So interesting to see how Claymore pans out. I have 0 because I think he's terrible, and last year was a pretty clear referendum. These fast hitters, I mean, right? Like I said, I don't have a big percentage on him working out, but if it worked out, if it works out, I think it's in a big way. Is all. All right, so
I think it worked out in a big way for 0 Fs here.
Apologies for abbreviation. It's a mess to read. All right. I don't have like any CD Lamb. I wouldn't hate a share if we get them all the way at 12.
We are going to be piss boys here. Bing bang.
That?
Yep.
I think we just do this because I think it's going to be unique-ish. I guess not.
I think Jefferson's going to get pulled up. I think both Jefferson and Lamb get pulled up at some point in the next couple months to the point where they're both first-round picks. And if they're both first-round picks, you literally never get them together.
I was hoping to get Jamar and got Bijan. Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty interesting that CMC went at 3. CD JJ is so sick. Yeah, I have several Amon-Ra JJ teams sitting around. I was clicking them like every time I could the first month of this. Like the first month, I went Amon-Ra Jefferson quite a bit. Like I think I have like 4 or 5 iterations of it. Gibbs
does lead
JJ
into,
is awesome. That's
I was
crazy.
going to say, this does lead into a point that I was going to make as that last draft was winding up, and that's that, like, I'm not even really a fan of robust RB. Like, I don't want more than like 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 of that in my portfolio generally, right? But at the same time, I think this year is so unique. I think literally everything is on the table. I think double elite quarterback, double elite tight end, robust RB, zero RB. Like, you can lean into almost any strategy, and how the board is falling, like, it will give you a path to almost any build that's available. And I love that about this year.
Yeah, I
can't remember it ever being this flexible, right?
It could just mean that the market's closer to correct than people want to think. Like, at least the theory of the market, right? Like the pricing of the positions and their potential skill. Like, because all builds, like last year, the hero RB stuff felt pretty. Like, I always thought that the 2-3, like by round 5 builds felt awesome. The problem is that I was on the wrong guys. Down.
Yeah, right.
Like, I had a lot of the structure stuff right, but it felt really good. And the zero RB stuff, I did it, and I did it quite a bit, but like it never felt as good as the other things. Structurally, the market is more correct than ever. Player takes, it's very wrong. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at this year. I think structurally, the market kind of has it pretty close this year. Loveland goes at 30. We've been begging for QBs to be bunched up, so we take sacks for years. It finally is. Yeah. This is a 12th place team. If you don't stack Kyler with JJ, just saying. Why would I take baseball players? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Right? Like,
yeah. Why are we drafting baseball players in the 15th round? So are we just gonna full piss, or are we gonna take?
There is a strong possibility.
Do we want to pull RJ Harvey up and get unique?
we'll double flip the board.
Yeah, double flip it.
No, I do think I want to get. I think I'm going to get a little freaky here, though. So I think we are going to take Ladd and Zay.
I'm cool with it.
Like, I realize that we're not leaning into any divisional correlation. We are actually, in fact, completely all over the map. But like, I don't hate it, because like, I think this blended raw upside is not bad either.
Pricing seems pretty dang efficient given what we know right now. Yeah, and like the Scatabo stuff is pretty, like, I think the Scatabo stuff feels way off only because of the news. Like that they're shopping for running backs, and like people very uncertain on the injury, although every single report out there says he's going to be ready by training camp to practice. So like, if you want to fade that, you can fade that. That's fine. But like, the report that they're looking at things makes you wonder if they were lying about that, and all kinds of other things, right? So, like, I want Scatabo to be a good pick. Like, I'm not going to say that I don't, but like, I think that his pricing was fine initially. I know a lot of people disagree, but yeah. 4-hole with the start so good you wouldn't believe. Bijan, Neighbors, Nico. I mean, he ruined it with Travion. I don't know. We got CMC, Jacobs, Josh Allen, Scatabo here.
Yeah, we're on the back foot, but I don't hate our team.
Right. Yeah. Like, oh yeah. So there is something I would like to say. Like, so something I've been doing instead of like full zero RB, like what people used to do. I like taking teams like this and basically still going 7 wide receivers and not take, like, being at the 12 hole, it's really hard to not take a receiver here. But if we take a fifth, just ignoring that position all the way till the very end of the draft. But I kind of like stopping here if we can and building out a strong structure of everything else and then just building on spike week pieces on the end. And just assume that these 4 pieces are absolutely it. And then like just take some like just shot guys at the end. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. But give yourself a really solid base of dead zone running backs to like build something out. Like RJ Harvey.
Speaking of dead zone running backs, I have a question for you, Who.
Yeah.
Dead zone running backs. It's bad because they have a hit rate of 12.5%. Okay. At what point does the hit rate tip over to you can gamble? Is it 30%? Yeah. Is it 50%? You know what I'm talking about. Right?
We're on the clock. I'm going to advocate strongly for DeAndre Swift.
Let's take him, and
I kind of like just going naked Jaden Daniels here with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm inclined to take Tyson, but I think Daniels is fine.
I think we just take naked Daniels, do the thing we were talking about. It gives us divisional correlation with CD Lamb.
Well, see, the thing is, I think if we were going to take Daniels, we probably should have taken Tyson because of the chances that they draft him. Or I guess the Tate's got a better chance to end up in Washington.
I think they're more likely to take a receiver in round 2. I do not think the Commanders are going to take a guy in round 1 at that position. I think they're going to sign a free agent and draft somebody in round 2.
So back to the RB dead zone thing, right? I just didn't want to get too far away from that because I think that there's a lot of substance to that discussion, right? Because we're saying that the dead zone is a dead zone because you're 1 out of 6 to hit on any given guy that you're taking in that range. If that goes up to 40% and you're hitting on 2 out of 5, right? Like, can't you gamble a lot more given that the upside of the guys in that dead zone range tend to be huge, which is why they are valued in the top 7 or 8 rounds?
I don't know. Like, so the whole running back dead zone thing started whenever we were taking 25 running backs by the 4th round, which is we're back to. So that's where the dead zone running back, like, it's basically the same thing as, like, is the RB1 on the worst offense worth a early pick? Kind of thing.
Well, I mean, in the abstract, the logic was always of the guys that went between rounds 4.5 to 9-ish, right?
Was the deadest of zones.
5 out of 6 guys would generally not punch up to their ADP in that range. So it was such a crapshoot that, unless you were really confident that you were throwing the right dart, you didn't want to throw any darts, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the more likely your darts are to hit, you can start, sort of assuming more of that risk.
I was hoping that Prescott made it back. I don't have like any Prescott.
I mean, Prescott didn't even make it to 80. Like, that's insane. I mean, I don't.
Well,
I get
we're about on the clock. What do we want to do here? I
know exactly what I want to do if it's available. I want to take Kraft and Love 100% of the time.
Jordan Love?
Yep.
All the way up at 85.
All the way up at 83. 85? 85. Yeah.
85, 86.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that Jordan Love has as good a chance to outperform the rest of these stupid quarterbacks, right, as anyone else in this group of people. And this presets us up to target Reed and Golden, and we don't have to take another quarterback for the rest of the draft.
Well, the problem,
I think that was
the problem is I did it. Algier was the pick, though. 100% Algier was the pick. And this is why Algier was the pick. Because we have our base wide receivers. We don't need another wide receiver. We need the running backs here. Golden's
I want a 25-point tight end so that we can get 80 and 90-point receivers.
Yeah, but we don't need Jordan Love there. Like, there's zero reason to take Jordan Love all the way up there. Is the thing. Like, you can take Kraft
he
and
was
not
the guy.
have Love
He was the guy I wanted because I want to backstack Green Bay on this team.
with solo DeAndre Swift. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are you
I don't know.
doing? Like,
I
what
don't know
running
what I'm
backs are we gonna have? Like the reason to go 4 straight, in my opinion, this year, you could take the 2 quarterbacks, but like to set it up for a backstack doesn't make sense to me. Like, to me, you want, like, if Corum falls, the Dowdle, you want those guys, and you want 2 of them here to set yourself up to take, like, basically just a green log right here. Like, you have your elite here. I think Algier here. Like, I think when we look back on this and you look at the difference between Algier here with Jaden Daniels and
I mean, there's a
CJ
good
Stroud with whatever would be way better. Like, just because we're giving up value, we're giving up so much value.
A lot.
Oh, I do too. Jordan Love's my number 1 drafted quarterback. And Tucker Kraft I have 20% of. He's my number 1 tight end.
Like
and Jaden Reed is my number
specific.
1. Jaden Reed is my number 1 wide receiver. It doesn't make sense to give up that much value whenever you're already thin at the position, is what I'm saying. Like, you push it, and if
it's unorthodox.
Yeah, if you push it, and if it doesn't come back,
people should do this.
yeah.
I'm confident in my ability to land this plane. But the thing is, we're going to have Jordan Love. Flipping the board there costs very little draft capital comparatively, and we are probably going to have one of the most unique Lovecraft teams in the entire draft.
Well,
or in the entire tournament, rather.
Like, I'm not even saying that Jordan Love's not worth that price, but his ADP is basically where we pick at the next draft.
Like, yeah, but people were going quarterback crazy, and I didn't think he was going to come back, and he was the quarterback I wanted for this team. Like I said, sometimes I do the 2% things, and when you see it in the vacuum, it's like, Jesus, you're doing that, and it's like, well, I'm not doing it as frequently as it might seem.
Well, right, but like, I think on this specific team, because we have the 4 straight. Okay, we're on the clock. We absolutely have to take a running back. So I guess we're going to pull up Jordan Mason all the way up here. This is why Algier was 1,000%. Actually, you know what? Fuck it.
I mean,
no, we're doing the thing.
We're going to take Reed and someone.
No, we're taking.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah. You take
go all in.
We don't take another wide receiver for the rest of the draft, and this is going to work.
Like, I mean, I agree that if we're here, if we've already committed, let's just commit all the way and get the thing done. Like, I do agree.
How many Lovecraft Reed Golden teams are going to be in the whole tournament?
Probably very little, because most people aren't insane.
Yeah.
No. I
chaos, do. Dude. It's not insanity. It's controlled chaos.
I'm actually I know I'm competitive, but if Price was there, Price was the move. But since Price went, all the other running backs suck. Jordan Mason isn't worth a pick here. Like, absolutely not. So I do think that the pivot to being done at wide receiver was the move there.
I think this is going to end up way better than you thought it was when we were taking Love.
Yeah. You said what? Oh, you thought that they'd get pushed up more? Yeah. You have a few of these teams, not going to lie. Yeah, my whole thinking was, because we avoided running back in the first 4, like, we need those guys to work. And when you take Love with the thought of backstacking, that's betting against these guys working. That's the problem with this. So one of those had to be a running back to do the Green Bay backstack, is my theory.
I understand.
Yeah.
And this is probably not the optimal configuration for our plan.
Right, correct. Yeah, if you just swap him for Ladd or Kyron, like even if you wanted to pull up my joke about RJ Harvey there, it's like it feels so much better because of the backstacking element that you wanted to do. And I say that even if all we did was one of them, not two of them. Like even with one of them, I think you had to have the or the running back up there.
It was again, it was controlled chaos, but it was the coalescence of a lot of different chaotic factors.
Right.
It was, I wanted to get unique. I was FOMO about the quarterback situation. I really liked Love, and it was like once I started thinking about all 5 of these things, I was like, I can make this work. And that's how a lot of my stuff ends up happening. It's not exactly gritty, but it's a similar process of like I believe that I can make unorthodox things work. Right.
Yeah, I do think that like we are at least in control of what we do the rest of this draft, and it's a landable plane. But I do think that the mistake was one of those two was wrong. It's just my thought.
You're really gonna hate me now.
I mean, we're taking 2 running backs no matter what.
You're really gonna hate me now because we're taking Dobbins and Tracy.
I'm fine with that. Like I'm pretty out on Tracy. Are we sure? I've actually been. I'm gonna object to that and go with Rachaad White.
I think that is Tracy's backfield, sir.
It could be, but
people don't remember that Scatabo didn't take the backfield until Tracy got hurt.
Yeah, but we've been seeing Rachaad White's been being pulled up over and over again, and Tracy has fallen to 160 multiple times.
If that's the case, then that's fine.
Like that's why I'm gonna like. It's not that I'm anti-Tracy. I actually, when Scatabo, like I had 13% Scatabo and 12.5% Tracy whenever the news came out that they were shopping for running backs. So it's not that like I'm fully out on Tracy. I think he's a good running back. I just know that the market's been pushing him, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, right?
Sure.
Like, and Emmett Johnson.
I think Rachaad White's one of those guys. I think he's younger than I think he is, and I think he has fewer carries than I think he does. And it's one of those things that he's generally a better player than my brain tells me he is.
Yeah, exactly. It like Tracy, like believe I'm actually pretty bullish on Tyrone Tracy because Tyrone Tracy was on my DFS team that got me my horns. By the way, he was 0.03% owned in that contest. So shout out Tyrone Tracy. And then 2 weeks later, I had him in a 0.5 it was like 0.1% owned field, and I got third in the Deposit Kingdom with Tyrone.
Well, my thing about Tracy is that I think that well over 65% of the time he finishes within 10% of Scatabo's overall scoring, and like you can get him 100 picks later. Like
I mean,
it's just hard for me to like ignore that value, but I get it. Like Rachaad White is way younger than I thought. He's only 27 and he's got less than 700 touches. So.
And he's known around the league as like one of the absolute best pass blocking running backs in the league. So he is absolutely going to have a market and he's going to see the field. And like Tyrone Tracy, as Mike Robb says, if the rumors are true that they want a running back, like it destroys Tyrone Tracy like way more than Scatabo. Because Scatabo had a bad run blocking profile coming into college or coming out of college, but like he did fine last year.
Dude, did Zero Fuchs just put Woody Marks on a pick 4 Bijan team? Fuchs, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Woody Marks is a good pick at 150 as a backup.
Woody Marks will never be a good pick.
I mean, you're probably correct, but he's a contingent upside play right now. They spent a lot of capital on him last year. I was fully out. Like I had one.
Never is always wrong, right? Like
yeah. Yeah, and like that's the thing. Fair. I'm going to take some at the cheap price. Omar Cooper does go.
I'm just trolling anyways. So
Jonathan,
yeah, you're good people.
Jonathan
Brooks
Brooks
and Goddard. Sure, unless you want
so
Kelsey, which I think is also.
we could
See,
do
I'm worried
that.
that Kelsey's going to get limited, right?
Yeah, we could do that.
We don't need target that bad. We need a second tight end.
I do agree. What do you think about? Yeah, we'll just take the follow.
Well, see, I think that Njoku might be a better receiver, but I have a feeling that Goddard's going to land somewhere better than Philly, right? Which is what people are talking about. Njoku is going to end up with the Eagles.
I think we could see Goddard land possibly with the Commanders too, and we have Jaden.
Where did Kyler go?
He went way early. He went up here at 108 or 105.
105. Yeah, dude, pulling up Love was actually really good.
I mean, Tyler Shuck went at 119, so I'm going to argue that was wrong. Naked Tyler Shuck into Juwan Johnson was absolutely the move. Actually, it
could have been pretty sweet. Yeah, I think Shuck has a lot of upside.
But like I will definitely like I was fine doing it. Like I said, I think that when Jadarian Price got taken, if Price made it to us, we take Price and Jaden Reed and the flow. If Golden doesn't make it back to us, it's fine. But when he went, I think tripling down on the stack that we had for oscillating weeks, like maybe the Packers are just the team you need all the way through the playoffs, right? And these are the guys that get you to the playoffs. You know, that it could be a thing because we have the big stack here. And one of those two, like the strength up here could actually propel these guys into their spike weeks alternating, right? That could be a thing. And I do think we add a seventh receiver, but I think we add like one at 204 or something, like one rookie. I think we add one rookie to this. The team right now, by the way, after all the arguing, is 2-4-6-2. Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love. Running backs, DeAndre Swift, Dobbins, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks. Wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Ladd McConkey, Zay Flowers, and then the double stack, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Tucker Kraft, Dallas Goedert. So you can just talk. He's backing out and backing back in. Got it. So I do think here. I mean, I think we're done at tight end. All right. So I think we're definitely done at tight end. I think we take some running backs.
I like Sampson a lot. And
I would love to take B-Rob here. I think B-Rob has a lot of really good landing spots.
Yeah. I think Robinson Sampson is excellent.
Yeah. And so I think that what we do here is we take a seventh running or wide receiver.
I was just about to say we take Stowers if he comes back, but apparently he does not come back.
Yeah. I think we're fine with Kraft and Goddard. I think we're fine.
Better than I'd like, but I wouldn't hate backfilling, but I think we can skate by without it.
So we're done here for sure. So we get +1 there. So that's 7 wide. Like that's 7. That makes 8. So I guess we could go.
And we don't need any more wide receivers, right? Like if we don't.
I don't think we need one, but I think adding just a random rookie would be
seems
fine.
It seems like a third of tight end gives more equity to our team than a seventh receiver does.
Well,
the question is,
we can get both. The thing is, we can get both.
We got a running back to skimp on running back and not go a billion running backs down the stretch.
That's the thing. We could do both because we can go 2-8-7-3.
8 just seems like so many running backs.
Yeah, but you want to to triple stack Green Bay in the middle of the draft for no reason.
I did. No,
like so we're way behind. So we need the bodies. Like we need the bodies. I want 8 running backs on this team. Like this has to work, and then this has to work. So,
well, I don't think both things have to work when you have both things. I think that you're just sort of hedging to wide receiver spike weeks all around.
tight end one coming off ACL 30-31-2 who managed to miss games. Kraft's not that old.
No, he's saying Goddard is the tight end too.
Well,
no, I think
and 31-year-old tight end, yeah.
And I know who I want to target here, but I hate being on stream because I don't want to say names because it's like you just get. It seems like every time you say a name, you're just getting sniped every time.
Yeah, like I just openly say the names, and if I get sniped, it's not a big deal. Yeah, he's a young 31 because he's been hurt and not played.
I think Terrence Ferguson would be a perfectly cromulent pick here.
Yeah, he's at the top of my ranks.
Yeah, I think that him and Claiborne is exactly who I would go.
Okay. So
but I like Neil too.
You like Neil as well?
Well, I think both of those running backs are fine. Yeah,
and I think Chig or Cade Otton's actually a really good pick as well.
Is Cade a free agent? I thought I read
he's a free agent, and he's supposedly like way more. So yeah, we could do that. We could do Pat Fryermuth too. We could pull him up.
I think double tapping running back is the move now that Ferguson isn't there because I don't like either of those. I think I know we're going to go tight end in round 20.
Do you like Giddens, Devin Neal, Jordan James, Helani?
I don't know anything about Giddens, right? Like I know people were high on him last year, but
I think we just take Devin Neal here.
Yeah, I think Neil Claiborne is fine here, and then I've got a plan for pick 20.
We just got 2 picks. We just got 2 Saints. How you feel about that?
So we got 2 picks left. All right, this could get good.
Yeah, like Terrence Ferguson is one of my higher owned tight ends as well. I love Terrence Ferguson. This could be a team that we take like just a flyer tight end upside guy.
Oh wow, was Jeremy there? We were supposed to take Jeremy, dude. We're stupid.
Well, yeah, but I let you make the picks. I knew it was there.
I was looking at your ranks. You didn't have Jeremy anywhere on the board.
Yeah, because I had. I actually think that I'm fine with it. Because I think we take one of these random guys. It could even be like Kyle Williams with this team. Actually,
Jacoby Lane is probably the best guy on the board.
I think Jalen Lane is the pick.
Oh wait, are there multiple lanes? Yes.
Well, there's Jalen Lane is the second-year receiver from Washington that had a couple flashes last year that nobody's stacking with Jaden Daniels.
Well, I think. Are you happy with our running back room? Because I'm not taking a running back with pick 20.
No, I'm fine with it. Like,
okay.
I think our next 2 picks
if you were to take a receiver with pick 19, then you would have to be good with no more running backs.
I think we're good with we just need a wide receiver and a tight end here. So. Perfect. Whatever we do, I think it's a wide receiver and a tight end. I think structurally we need just a little more floor in case Kraft is coming back slow, and Goddard does have a history of being hurt. So I do agree with what he was saying about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it's both of our faults, to be honest. I didn't do a good job.
No, dude, Lutz, I said we were stupid for not taking Jeremy Bernard.
Yeah,
he was there at 205.
No, Then I said, yeah, I let you make both picks. That's what he's commenting on. Yeah, so Of course, Lane goes. You never see him go. They're just trolling. So
That
definitely
is
want
funny.
a tight end here. There's actually a couple of them I think are fun, like Darnell Washington.
Man, I told you I had a plan there.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't tell me if it was wide receiver or tight end.
Yeah, I know. I just told you it wasn't a running back.
Yeah, well, it went off the rails at pick 86.
I'm telling you, we're going to win this pot and people are going to laugh. And I'm going to say I told you so.
I don't. We might. Like anything can happen. What do you want?
I want Darnell Washington, and
Is that really what you wanted?
that was really who I wanted.
I was just trying to bait people into doing it.
I mean, unless you think like someone like Trigg is going to be better. Like I just think Fryerman's gone. They're not going to have another tight end. He's such a big body. Like he's just an obvious target in the red zone, isn't he? Like
yeah.
And then whoever you like at wide receiver, unless you think we need to take another running back. Running back might not be a bad hedge, actually. Like I think those 6 wide receivers are fine, and
yeah, I think adding somebody is whatever. That's 2 for 6 and 1 touchdown. Gonna hit like crack. Yeah, like it definitely. Like I don't feel good about this. I would have never. Like I definitely. Like I'm very much against pulling.
I wanted to get creative in the middle of the draft.
Right, but like Algier. So here's my thing. After Tuesday, Algier is going to be going at the 6-7 turn every single draft. Algier is going to land in an RB1 role 100%.
You think?
Yes, absolutely. Like he is probably the best pick on the board right now in my eyes.
So is he like Rico Dowdle? Last year going to Carolina and
he's better like for this year's free agency class. I fully expect Algier to end up like let me preface this. I know Seattle is very interested in him, but like even if he gets half of the workload in Seattle, like that's definitely worth where he's being picked. And all the other situations, like if he goes to Washington or Kansas City, basically any other place that has money to spend at running back, he is an absolute smash pick and he's going to move way up the board. So like I should have audibled and just taken him, but that's my theory. I really think like yeah, like if he goes to the Vikings, I think it just puts Jordan Mason almost 0 as well.
I think we got whacked on Mason. Like I was absolutely going to target Mason, and I think he got taken a few picks before I expected him to go.
No, I made the audible to double. Like I made the audible to go Matthew. I didn't.
Oh yeah, all the way up. Both Green Bay guys instead.
And I'm like, no. If we're gonna do the thing you want to do, let's just go all the way in and be done.
Yeah. See, I absolutely wanted to take Reed running back, not the 2 Green Bay. That was the old. If Golden came back, I would have been fine with it, but I don't necessarily have to have him, and I would have much rather gotten that second running back in that spot. So I think that's where we sort of disconnected.
Yeah, no, we disconnected here because Jordan Love 50% of the time comes back. And if he doesn't come back, it doesn't hurt us because we have Tucker Kraft, who is the best tight end pick on the board. Like, it doesn't hurt us.
Well, what I'm saying is I don't think we lose anything from flipping the board there. Like, I really don't like any of the running backs other than Algier in that range.
Algier, Chuba, Dowdle, Pollard, Corum, Manut, I'm not a Manut guy fan.
I don't like any of those guys, dude.
You like Mason more than those guys.
Now that Aaron Jones is no longer a running back in Minnesota, yes,
absolutely.
He's their only running back.
Yeah, like they're absolutely bringing somebody in though. Like that's the thing. Like this is just such a big.
I don't know, man.
issue.
Mason looked pretty good in San Francisco 2 years ago.
And he had like a 4.6 yards per carry or something last year, I think. Like it was a lot more than people think, and he was better than people think.
I mean,
year.
I don't profess to know ball. I'm making this shit up as I go along, like the rest of us.
Yeah, but I just think that all of these other picks are significantly better. Like I'd be very shocked if Carolina brings in anybody unless Jonathan Brooks isn't healthy, and then it's not really negative to Chuba. Like Monungai, Corum, like I don't really like these other guys up here. Like I think Chuba, Algier, I'm willing to take up here, but yeah.
Again, I'm sorry I did something like this on an account that wasn't mine, because generally, like when I get creative and do non-standard things,
this is exactly my point. We didn't need to try to back, like you wanted to pull Love up to backstack it. We needed Algier there, and then any quarterback, and then the other running back.
If we had just taken Mason or Gainwell instead of Golden, this would have ended up a lot better. But I still think it ended up mostly fine. Like we're thin at running back. Every other aspect of this team is good, though. I mean, we're gonna score above average at tight end. We're gonna score way above average at wide receiver. We should have a serviceable quarterback score every week.
Right.
You know, Jaden Daniels could still be a top 3 quarterback in fantasy scoring.
Yeah, and like when we invested into the elite, the Jordan Love pick, like we're also forcing Jordan Love up also into elite category, basically, by picking him up so much more. So like we're reducing the value of this pick, if this pick was worth anything, to do this. I understand it's unique, but we're reducing this value by taking him way above ADP to try to set up something.
I understand the counter argument, right? Like it's completely correct, and I would not.
It was.
I would not advise.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have to triple stack Love, though. That was my point. Was that like again, like I think that we got disconnected when I said I want to stack Love with Reed or Golden, and I might have accidentally said Reed and Golden or something.
No, you didn't. Pepper Tony's right. I tilted
because, like I said,
I took Golden because
and I mean I didn't really want to take Daniels there, but I sort of, you seemed to like it, and I was like, okay, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me you were planning from the beginning of the draft to double stack Jordan Love. Way above
I wasn't. I didn't make that decision pivot until we took Tucker Kraft.
Once we'd taken Daniels, like the idea to stack Love like that, like you take it, like the Jordan Love thing, like pulling him up, like I think it is never the right move ever. Like that's where I'm at. I think that is never in any situation the right move when you've already put that much capital at a quarterback. Like, am I against taking any of the quarterbacks who go in that range there? Absolutely not. But you give up a full round of ADP value for that. Like that is where, and yes, I did.
Believe me, I understand the negative correlation.
Yeah. I did. I really did. I
mean, like I said, when I do unorthodox stuff like this, I sort of have a plan that of how I'm trying to land the plane. So
yeah, so like the Gainwell Mason to me is the same pick as Rachaad White, J.K. Dobbins, in my eyes. I don't think there's a huge, like there's a decent difference, but not a huge difference. And that's why I went ahead and just took Golden there. The move was to take one of these other receivers instead of Golden, though. Like the better move would have been to take, like honestly, like the actual move would have been to take Algier there and then Godwin Baker, and this team is absolute fucking sick. But
well, I mean, every time Watson like has something horrible happen to him, this team just smacks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have the best wide receiver flex score of the entire pod, probably in 60+% of the weeks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have the chat going here. For sure. Four spot definitely not advancing. Yeah, I think Algier is just such a good pick. Like
I love
that.
Algier.
That's what. Like, and
Don't,
that's
don't get me wrong. I love the guy. I really do.
and like I do think that like our team isn't. It's not great,
Like I said,
but
it was spur of the moment, dude. You also have to
yeah,
realize that it was like I made an instantaneous decision to like,
right.
here's a way we can get unorthodox. Here's a way it can work, and I don't think we're leaving too much value on the table to attempt to do it. Meaning, at the worst case, I thought it was EV neutral. That
Oh yeah, well,
whatever negative correlation we were taking on was being
the
offset by the positive uniqueness factor.
the second we took Jordan Love, I pretty much had this on fire. The second Jordan Love was picked that high over Brock Purdy, over Mahomes, over those other guys, like I felt like it was on fire. And I'm not even saying like Love over Mahomes is crazy. It's just the fact that he goes at the same, like, the uniqueness factor is also offset by the fact that Algier was going down there later. Like, so it could have been something that we would have just
Yeah,
had
if
better
Algier
versions
gets
of,
steamed up
no
another
matter what.
12 picks, then if you're right and Algier gets steamed up to 6-7, then it was not good. I'm not even sure it was good when we did it. It was more of I saw a path and it was like I said, I thought it would be an interesting way to, number one, not have to worry about quarterback for the rest of the draft, but also, like I said, I mean,
yeah,
this is not how I draft. So hopefully your viewers aren't looking at this going, this guy's a maniac. Like, no, I'm willing to be a maniac if I think I can capture value.
And I want different things in my portfolio, and I'm okay with pulling people up and stuff. But the entire beast never made sense with the Jordan Love pick is my thing.
See, I just think that whole 86 to 106, dude, it's flat. Like, I mean,
like,
there's a huge draft capital difference between pick 86 and pick 106. But like, I think the players in that tier are really like they're really 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Once you get out of that 85.
Yeah, like Lute says, that's all. You're definitely a maniac, brother.
I have no fear, dude. I draft with no fear. That's what it is. It's and I try not to be reckless, right?
I know you can't read it because he forgot to put the dot and the capitalized brother, but he said that like Hulk Hogan. Just so you know, he absolutely said that like brother. No, like,
it's a lot hard. The 12 and the 1 are both the hardest picks.
They are. If you're going to pull up a quarterback, like, right. I do like taking Jeremiah or Jordan Love and doing this more than I like taking Kyler at 105, though. Like,
yeah, like I don't know what that dude was thinking.
The goal, like the problem to me was that Jadarian Price went right there. If this had Price on it, I think I feel awesome about this team. But the fact that this whole tier is gone, when I think,
I think basically Gainwell are just as good as Price, and if we had taken either of them over Golden, the whole team looks a little bit better, because then one of our downboard running backs can be one of those way higher upside, like a Brazil kind of guy. So instead of taking B-Rob or Samson, then we get to take Tank Dell or
brother.
Oh yeah.
Who's the maniac in the Patriots jersey? It's Bestball Saul. Yeah. So, and like, I honestly think we just should have added. I do. I think we should have just went 9 running backs. I think the Skylar Bell pick was not right as well.
Well, I think Skylar Bell. Who did I want to take? I think I wanted to take Randall, or there was some guy I wanted you to pivot to at like the last minute, but Skylar Bell.
I tried, and it was DJ Giddens.
Oh yeah. He was DJ
Giddens.
That you wanted
like
to
just another contingent time. But the cool value you may carry with the team, yeah. Like, I mean, does it have 0 chance to win? No. Does it
could it have better chances to win if we had picked differently? Sure. Right.
Like,
but the times this team makes it to the finals, aren't you way happier it looks like this?
well, to be honest, like I have so little CD Lamb, and I don't think it's a good pick. Like I kind of thought this team was dead when we took Lamb, but like I think that there's ways to build Lamb teams out. Like I'm not saying I'm right on the semi fade on Lamb, but we definitely needed
I took Amari and Hampton over CD Lamb more than once.
We definitely need, like, all in all, we needed Travis Etienne or Kyron Williams here, and then everything else makes more sense. Like everything else kind of fits way better.
I don't like Kyron. You know, I don't like Kyron, and I don't mind Etienne, but I thought that you said that you didn't like Etienne.
I don't, but I'm fine taking him on a team that needs it. Like with, and honestly, the pick probably would have been to move Javonte all the way up to stack with Lamb. But then some maniac took Dak Prescott at 77 as well.
Like I said, this draft would have looked a lot different if a lot of wonky crap didn't happen in the middle of it, right?
Well, it's not that ETN saves the team. It's that the whole draft is different for us if we have ETN. If we have ETN there, we take, like, if we do the same thing, we just don't go that heavy, and we have like 3 more wide receivers.
Scroll back up, Scroll back up to the Daniels turn. So we had. So what, we would have had to take in Jalen Warren or Bashal Tootin?
Yeah, like we either take an elite quarterback there.
Well, I'm leaning into what you were saying about how it's a lot harder to justify flipping the board at quarterback when you've already taken an elite quarterback. And I'm doing the reverse of, instead of what would this roster look like if we took Algier instead of Love, it's like what running backs were there if we had taken not taken Jaden Daniels, and we had taken, say, like Tootin or Stevenson, right? Which we would have been bringing both of those guys up. But then we would have been able to use one of those sort of round 12, 13, whatever picks on like a Mendoza or, you know, a Kyler. I mean, not Kyler because he went 105, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, but then like now we just have Jordan Love and Mendoza, which feels just not like we have to take a third quarterback at that point, I think, with Love, Mendoza plus Cousins or whatever.
I just like getting freaky out of that 1 or 12 spot where, you know, you can build stacks that basically no one in those draft slots has, because like you said, what kind of maniac brings Love up 20 picks, right? And my point is that I don't think you're sacrificing that much value to do it.
The problem is that since his ADP is here, you're not flipping the board. Yes, you're getting 3 picks in this round, but this round has been so wild and moved so much anyway that the ADP difference is different. Like Michael Wilson was over here. Like DJ Moore used to go over here. Like Algier used to go back over here. Kenneth Gainwell started up higher. Like all this stuff in this area has just moved around so much that moving up this quarterback, like, to me, makes no sense.
I mean, what okay, so the price you're paying to do that, because just to contextualize it, the price you're paying to do that is about a 12th round pick. So you're sacrificing a 12th round pick of equity to bring him up like that, which to me, a 12th round pick doesn't seem like an awful lot of draft capital.
What are you talking about, a 12th round pick of equity? Like
what I'm saying is 20 picks at 86. Right, is the same draft capital as a 12th round pick, give or take, right? So what I'm saying is when you look at bringing guys up like that, you sort of have to contextualize it by some value metric, and the easiest value metric to do it is what is the draft capital like that you've sacrificed in a raw pick? Like, what does it translate to? Right, because I think those 10 to 12 picks are somewhere between 10 and 15.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. So like the other thing, like we're moving him up, but like if we wanted to move Love up to the other side of the board, that's fine. Because everything's different. And that is way more unique than moving him up 20 picks to the same side of the board. So that is the biggest issue I have, is that his ADP is literally 107. We got him basically exactly 2 rounds ahead, or the full round ahead, at the same exact spot on the board. So all of the other rounds early are going to look very similar to what a lot of the Jordan Love teams are. The only difference is going to be is the difference between, like, do they have Chuba? Like, they have Chuba and we have like Golden or Godwin or whatever down here. Like, that's the only difference from these other teams that have done the same thing. So I don't like bringing it up here, but I do like bringing it up to the other side of the board, because you're trying to get unique, but you're getting unique from rounds.
I see what you're saying in that sense, because a lot of other people in the same spot are going to have Love at 108 or whatever, and for whatever reason they were going to be able to get both Reed and Golden, and now you're basically not unique at all. But yeah, I'm looking at Spike Week's draft capital chart right here, and yeah, the value of 86 is right between 15 and 20, and the value of pick 108 is 15, which means that those 20 picks, that's more draft capital than I thought. But
I mean, like, the whole getting unique thing, I think, is completely overblown in the first place. And yes, ADP is a construct. It is whatever. But like, it's so hard to even get the same 5 players as any other team. Like, even if you're trying, it's pretty hard to get the same 5 players unless you're a maniac who auto drafts with rankings that like remove 20% of all the players.
Is
right?
It wrong to take Flowers here because we literally never get Jackson?
No, like I think Flowers is I think he's pretty clearly in the T. Higgins, McMillan, AJ Brown tier.
What I'm saying is we have been better off targeting a receiver that we had a better chance at stacking.
Yeah, this is a really good way to put it as well. ADP is a construct. We're starting, running backs aren't. So like,
indeed,
I do think that we needed one of those two, or a potential starter in Swift or Algier or Hubbard there, because outside of those guys, and even Pollard or Dowdle, like any of those here, and then pushing quarterback, like at least we have 0.5 and 1, right? Because like, or 2 if you want to consider Swift, because I consider Swift a starter. Not everybody does. But like, even if both of them are 0.5, like it gives us one essential starter, right? And that is way more valuable than any uniqueness we're going to get by doing this. And like, yes, did I rage here? I did. Like, that was my fault. Like, it happened. I'm not going to argue that happened. It is what it is. But yeah,
money back guarantee, man. I'll Venmo you $10.
No, it's all good, man. Like, the content's been good. And
I'm always good for content, if nothing else. Like,
yeah, like I had a fun time doing it, and like I did, like, as Lute said, my eyes went red, and I said, nope, we're doing this anyway.
No, we're just doing it.
No, we're doing it. Sorry. Like,
yeah, ADW is right. Like, it is very, very difficult to replace starting running back.
Yeah, and that's
equity.
That's what I was articulating correctly with the difference between the Jordan Love, because like, and why the price thing was such a big deal. And like, Mason's absolutely getting competition. Like, there's zero chance he doesn't get competition, right? Like,
I don't know about that. Like,
I do, but it's like, I'm pretty confident. And maybe I'm wrong. But
the dude has looked nothing but good when he was on the field and healthy.
Yeah, and like, he might just, and a 1-2 down thumper is not like the worst thing either. Like, I think that like if we got one of Price, Algier, Chuba, Pollard, or Dowdle, any of those, and specifically for this team, an guy doesn't make sense because of Swift. And Corum like feels a little worse because like it's not a starter, but like it's a strong contingent piece. But like I think if we have one of those guys instead of Jordan Love, like, and then we just push that down, like I think it's even if we don't get Love there, like we can just backstack with the second guy because once we've made this bet, I think that, and I have no problem with Kraft. Like take Kraft every time.
No, like I said, sometimes I get a feeling,
Yeah,
and it was like I looked at the quarterbacks. I knew we needed a second quarterback. I loved the idea of stacking Love with Kraft, and I was like,
yeah. It feels like you've successfully reverse jinxed this team into a min cash.
Like I said, I like exploring, and I like exploring in ways where the idea is to not do too many unorthodox things at the same time, right? It's like if you're gonna pull the Love up 20 picks, don't also try to like jam 5 rookies onto the team, and like don't draft 5 tight ends. Don't try to do multiple crazy things at the same time, right? Like pick one thing to get unique on and try to lever it, right?
To be honest, like we haven't even went over the team. Let's go through the team because we haven't
Let's
even
go
went
through
through
the
it.
team.
2873. Jade Daniels, Jordan Love. No problems there. We nailed it, right? Like neither one of us have an issue with anything that happened there. You didn't have a problem with Daniels. I didn't have a problem with Love. We're all good. Running backs: DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks, Brian Robinson, Dylan Sampson, Damon Claiborne, Devin Neal. This is like old school, super ugly 0 RB to where you just wait till the end of the draft and throw a bunch of darts.
Dude, do you realize that Jonathan Brooks, J.K. Dobbins, and Rashad White could all be RB1s?
Yeah.
Like, that's the stupid thing about this team. Devin Neal could be an RB1, right? All it takes is Kamara to blow out a fucking knee or whatever.
I do think that this running back room has enough power to, like, possibly get there with some injury luck, like, for sure. And then wide receivers, Lamb, Jefferson, Ladd, Zay, the double stack that was absolutely needed and was not a rage click. Skylar Bell.
Skylar Bell was that's.
I think Skylar Bell's fine. I like
Skylar Bell was the most sus pick on this whole roster.
But look, we didn't have a rookie yet. We needed a rookie. Oh, we did have a rookie. We did have a rookie. Never mind. It was a bad pick.
Again, like it was 10 cents of draft capital, right? But like let's be very clear. Skylar Bell was absolutely the worst structural pick of this draft.
Oh, I agree with this weaker than Paul. As Lute said, my eyes went red and I just did the thing. Tight end, Tucker Kraft, Dallas Goedert, Darnell Washington. I think the team works. It's definitely not what I want. I definitely think it's a dog to advance. But like we at least once we done the bad thing, we adjusted correctly and built out the best possible roster we could once things went bad.
Which is all I'm trying to do. And like I said, if I do this in more than 1 out of 20 drafts.
Yeah. Well,
dude, he's 20.
It better be way less than 1 in 20.
27 years old and has less than 1,000 combined touches.
Those 3 Packers can be replaced by other scorers. Mason got nuts out, run out, and it didn't matter. Yeah, like that's my like. I really, really believe that the difference between Jordan Mason, Gainwell, and Dobbins, Rashad White, like the problem is that none of these guys kind of came back. Dobbins is pretty thin. I think Rashad White has a guaranteed role. He's going to have some like 14, 15-point weeks. He's going to get a bunch of 8 to 10-point weeks. I think he gives us like somewhat of it's a really low floor, but it is a floor.
Were we
And then
supposed to take Washington is the interesting question.
I mean, I'm not taking him this high. I don't
And we can argue at a later date in the future because I think
Yeah.
I wanted to take Tracy where you took White.
Yeah, you did. And I just said that I've been seeing him fall all the way to 160. And I have. I've seen that a couple times. And like generally one of these Tracy, Marks, Emmett Johnson, James Conner falls all the way back here. And this team, I know you're not going to like hearing this, but like this team needed Woody Marks because they're going to use him in a fast game role. And it's at least, and I was kind of hoping that he would fall all the way down there because I've got a share or two of them down there. And like it just needed somebody who was going to guarantee to get some points. And if Jonathan Brooks is healthy, like fully healthy, like I actually think that this team is like
it has a path.
seventh place.
It has a path to the promised land. And like I said, the only team in this room I would rather have in the finals is the Bijan at 4 team. And that's just because like he's going to have people with Bijan that other people are just not going to have, right?
Yeah, like I totally get that. Like I think you don't want to actively not stack, but going out of your way and doing what I did there with Matthew Golden is wrong. Like I will admit it. That's wrong.
We can't spike click. That is a sure way to sacrifice value.
I mean, to be honest with you, I spike clicked Jordan Love. It started there.
Yeah,
because I objected.
Not happy about that.
I was not happy about that. And then every good possibility did not come back around.
This draft played out as weird as an underdog draft ever plays
it
out.
did. Yeah, if Watson goes down, this team cooks.
And I don't think Watson has had a full healthy season in like 3 or 4 years.
Right.
So there's that.
Yeah, like we have the big Green Bay stack and the elites to get there. And yeah, I actually think a 4th tight end might have been better or a 9th running back.
Yeah, Skyler was supposed to be a running back, almost assuredly.
Yeah, for sure.
But the person we need to show this to is the flannel father. Like he is Godfather 0 RB. He'll tell us if we did something egregiously incorrect.
You mean Neil?
Yeah.
He's
OG 0 RB, so he'll tell us what we did wrong.
Oh, I know exactly what we did wrong. And it was that. Like it was absolutely that. Like over the projected volume between Hubbard, Algier. The one thing you need on 0 RB is projectable volume to a couple of running backs. You need some of those ugly running backs like the Ramondres, like the Jalen Warrens, like the Algiers, like the Dowdles, like the Hubbards. You need some of those.
Like I totally get it. It's just everyone in that range other than Algier, I hate. Like, and a lot of it is just irrational, right? It's not even for any particularly good reason, but the fact that like none of them had particularly high draft capital invested in them, by teams, and they've all never been anything but backup running backs, and that just scares the crap out of me.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess he hated DJ Moore. Who did? Yeah, he hated DJ Moore more than Swift. Nearly every tight end that goes after Bowers moving up the board lately. I don't know. Like I haven't really been seeing it. I think it's just the ones that you're wanting because Dallas Goedert has been flying down the boards. Like Dallas Goedert is aggressively entering the bottom of the draft, like over and over again.
I don't know why he keeps falling. Like I don't because Philly is out. Like I don't know. Like I think that just increases the chances he lands in a better situation.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah, I want to thank you for coming on. Like the debate was awesome. Like we'll see what happens. I'll name this once we're off stream. I'm gonna actually fire up my grill, I think, if it's not raining outside. But
How about
thanks for
Jay
coming-
loves to hate? How about Jay loves to hate money?
no, I mean I name everything the same thing. I do the stack. I put my streamed comment on it, and then whoever I was with.
Sweet.
Yeah. So like, just because it's like easy to track that way. But yeah, thank you for coming on. This is Saul from the Discord. The Discord link is down below if you want to hear us argue every day. We're always trolling each other like in there. Like it's always lighthearted. Like we're always picking on Lutz or they're picking on me or whatever. Like every once in a while they just put a bunch of negative Scatabo stuff. I get triggered.
Making
Then
fun
we
of Coolers because he can't grow a beard.
Yeah, like it's just a good time. But tomorrow, like I won't have anything out tomorrow. I don't think. I might put a little video out. I haven't decided yet. But I will be back Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Central. I want to thank everybody coming out. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like, and if you're new and you enjoyed it, please hit the sub. Thanks everybody. Peace.
We're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball, Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who must command in the storm etched in our brains? Who? Thunder in the names, claiming all the kills, flames, names.